since I was here 11 years ago, design world has been changed quite a bit. So I'm still industrial designer, but I think it's more design world is kind of merged together to be integrated. But I'm still be industrial designer anyway. Then and talking about the relationship in between the things and the peoples and environment today. But so before I talk about this, I just established the new design department in my the school I graduated in Japan as Tama Art Universities. Then it's still not really opening. It's opening in April, but we made a very small promotional movies, and that's showing not only the product design, graphic design, advertising design, interior design, all together to be one. So I'll show you the very small movies before I start talking about this. So that's quite interesting happening, and the product design is not only being designed, is maybe collaborate with other kind of medias. So, but today I should focus more about the design for the phone, and before I talk about this, we need to share with the world, like a world, for example, the world is not the world. Not each country get together to be making in the world. It's a world is a kind of environment around our bodies. So the other word is the aesthetic. Aesthetic is not only the one just piece of the form or shape. We are more kind of thinking about the relationship in between each other, each things and the things to be as a kind of relation. So the relationship has to be beautiful, and not one just the things cannot really describe the beauty. So if we have some other things, we cannot say it's beautiful. And the other one is a composition. Also, the form is not just exist in itself. It's a form. If we say one form is beauty, we need to have something other surround us. That is an environment. Maybe my role, my job is kind of draw some outline in the airs. So air is kind of environment, but it's also the everything in air is kind of the core we call the environment. So let me explain a bit more about the situations looking at our world. So on the left is the matter, which is wall, and on the right, that's the matter, it's our body. So you can see this very funny shape of the things in the middle. So that's we have been designed a lot of things, but I think we tacitly predict the things and the technology will be going either side of the things. For example, the big TV used to be the huge box, but it's moving towards the wall side, also in the human side too. So that's quite an inevitable way to be going. And the telephone in your house may be disappearing, and you use an iPhone, everything, every day. That's why it's going to be going your body side, you know. And the audio still exists, but you know, its audio is not just for the audio like this big speaker. You know, it's on the ear or on the wall, so it's already shifting, moving into the either side. Air conditioners, lighting, and some other kitchen equipment going into the wall. So if we focus the trend of the product going toward either side, our world is being more clean, and nothing really have some particular product. But we still left the very traditional object which we are using every day, like a chair or table or cutleries or tray or plate, so umbrellas. So those kind of things still exist. So that's why my job, like a product design, it's not anymore design only the product and making a shape, you know. It's still we need to have such a kind of product for the redesigning to be better for our life. But we need to focus more up have a relationship in between, like communication each other. So umbrella or bag or cutlery, I don't know, it is kind of the traditional product. It's not only the product anymore. It might be intelligent to communicate with each other. So interaction design is not anymore only the word for the software. Maybe we are designing the product object as an interface. So the things we are drawing the outline is the thinking about the relationship in between the human and the product and the environment too. Then if we focus, do you really making some drawing outline of the things like this? Or do you really everything element that makes up our life, then one is an element is there, and my question is either you just focus on things, one element, or you really see the environment which we already share with each other to find out the one of the wholes, So the outline, you see the red line, it's an outline of the things, but it's also the outline of the whole you are missing in the environment. But how we make a kind of the environment around the one of the piece of the element, we have many of the things in the share with the peoples. One is affordance, cultures, active memories, and customs, histories. All those things we all share every day. All those things. That's why we easily predict the one simple outline of the whole. And then if we found outline, we can just need the scissors to cut out to be fit into there. But some designers just only focus the one piece of the element to be trying to attach into the whole, and it's not really great to fit. And then the environment is not really harmonized anymore. So means our outline is not the element. Our outline we need to find is the element of the whole into our environment, which we share together. So that's what I'm talking about. Like if you design the car, you only focus on the right. But it's if you already have some sort of the line here, and then trying to fit into there, then environment is break, not harmonized. Or like some other product, like a chair, for example. If you try to design like this and try to fit into there, so not really right fit. So means we really need to focus this side of the things, not this side. So that's the kind of the mental model I'm always having to think. So if I see other kind of even though some lives seems very complex and foreign, they can still be harmonized there anyway, their way. But even if it is harmonized from the environment and bring one just a piece of the element into other environment, that's also fair apart. So means we really need to think about harmonize in between the element and the environment together to be fitting in. Affordance is one of the interesting words that James Gibson, American psychologist, founded the word. So affordance is equal the interactions. So affordance is the kind of the value we naturally, inevitably find at the time in the situation and environment. If I touch the corner of the table here, so this is the part of affordance. So the edge of the table afford me to be touching during I speak to you. So that's a kind of quite difficult things, but I'm going to explain it. Like an umbrella without umbrella stand. So everybody does the top of the umbrella attach onto the recess on the ground, on the floor. So means if I design the umbrella stand, I don't need a cylindrical umbrella stand. We just need a recess on the floor. So that's the kind of starting point we are talking about. One of the famous book, Richard Wentworth, the British artist, he took many interesting photos for his artwork. So these all showing the interesting affordance. This is the kind of the door stoppers, but using a rubber boots. But the guy who did it is not really thinking about it. So he did it without thought, without thinking. So, but it's incredibly harmonized. It's perfect work, making a perfect environment. You can see the person around him or tool around him. Maybe this is a bicycle, or maybe, I don't know, little ashtray. But, you can see the human here, but without anything. But that's really interesting. So if you ask your body is more honest than your mind. So that's why we focus to be making a design. Your body is not the mind, So you know very well about the paper cup. So that's why you can do this. And sometimes you chose a very right tool for stop opening the windows. And for some accident, maybe this guy's really want to stop the alarm, by the chocolate bar or something. I don't know, but it's super smart way to be doing it, This is not open, the bar not open yet. So how I can tell how we can translate those kind of affordance to be into the idea of the product. This is a strange umbrella. You can see the top of the umbrella here. Just a scoop out. So, but that's going to be like this. So, if you already did it without thinking, that's what you don't care about that. But you know it. Your body already know the function in between the shopping bag and umbrella handle. The girl is using the wood as a bench, That's why I made it the bench like that, like plywood. So that's very simple. But it's bench is not just to look like a bench, but it's already, people immediately understand, okay, this is the wood. This is a tea bag, which using a transparent red color. So center of awareness is the meaning that everyone, even people talking each other during you making a tea. So you have to go through the one point, one time. So that is the kind of the color, right color of the tea. So it means this ring is a kind of telling you about the right timing to drink a tea. So this is quite a famous product, the CD player. Look like a ventilation fan, the kitchen fan. This is not really the fan for the air coming out. It's music coming out when you pull these switches, So this is the design dissolving in behavior. Means when you pull the switches, the motor slowly turning, and music coming out. The whole interaction is kind of the making an environment, So these three person using a mobile phone, but if this guy and this guy's the distance there, so this guy is standing here, that's inevitable. If this guy is standing by him, that's quite strange too. So it means it's people already know the relationship with each other. Active memory is the memory you normally memorize without thinking. This is the milk package, milk carton, but accidentally, it's coincident. It's the fence of the bottom, the size is right fit the bottom of the square at the milk package. So your hand is naturally, inevitably put onto the square. That's kind of happening normally every day, without thinking. So this is very bad manners, This is the braille for the blind peoples. But someone use a cigarette on here. So you should never do that. But, this is the super functional too. So this is a guy. If I ask this guy, what is this? This is the window of the train. But he never answered, this is the mirror. But he is using the window as a mirror. Maybe umbrella stand on her legs during using the both hand too. Maybe you understand that. This is a trash basket. This is a trash. Very easy to throw away the garbage. During using a mobile phone, you are working on the brain for the blind peoples. That's happened, So we know everything, the detail, the things you do naturally, inevitably every day. That's what we call the awareness. So I want to emphasize to say you have to observe the people who naturally touching and feeling and looking, watching around you. So to find out the found object. This is a found object I designed for. One of the Japanese famous characters of Doraemon. Yeah. So it's an envelope to open it, from the eggs. The basket from the shopping supermarket. And a plastic bag for the solos. But sometimes, the bento lunchbox shop using a plastic bag with a pattern of the Italian tablecloth, So her legs become the Italian restaurant tables. So there's a kind of things. I made one of the package for the banana milk juice, and looks really perfect, both juice package and the banana. It's a bit cold and a bit heavy, and the texture of the package is rubbery, like a banana. So once you see something, you also thinking other things too in the same time. And I asked one of the plastic model makers without any drawings to make these models. But he made it to these part of the details. It's a super executions. You can see other joke. This is the banana Naoto. You understand? That's my name. So I really succeeded Then I tried to make other things. This is a soy milk package by tofu, but that was not succeeded. And kiwi was not really great either. I tried either one, but banana is just perfect, you know. So anyway, this is the rubber shoes sole attached under the total bag. This is the coffee cup. So juice package. After you drink, you understand that's the fresh squeezed orange, you know, so not before, you know. So that's what we call the without thought, no thinking, without thinking. So this is the brochure. This is a book of the without thought. So then when I give somebody else, the book already printed his hand shadows, finger shadows. So means if I think a bit about the affordance, you understand what's the people does it. Means you can tacitly predict the futures, because all of the human body is behaved in the same way if the environment is the situation the same. So that's the kind of very basic kind of the thought for my design. And I do a lot of design products from the electronics and the furnitures and the other industry. So I do a lot of the product for the Muji. You might know the kind of quite a famous Japanese brand, which known brand, that means known brand, but it's a very super big brand called Muji. So this is the air purifier. But as you know, we can see these details, take from these details to there. This is the paper shredders, but Muji already have some trash bin here. But you know, we don't necessarily to make any kind of shape for the paper shredders. Shredders machine just attach under the lid, so that's enough because we don't need to design it. So this is a station clock. I just bring the band attach onto there to be taking a photograph. You know. Then I design the fashion watches. And this is the product, but they sell very well. But the train clock was not so nice, but it's going to be fashion. You know, it's a form is not just a form. The beauty is not just one thing from the object, more kind of relationship between the human life and environment, you know. I have done so many products for the European furniture brand. This is called B&B Italia. It's a quite high-end furniture. And this is exactly that I'm trying to find the outline of the product too. So it's following the body shape to be a bit sexier because we use the zipper in the back for changing the clothing. I think that's quite a nice idea for this function, using the same details here too. This is the other shelf we call the shelf X, because 6 millimeters Korean, DuPont Korean, that's a very thin artificial marble, not strong enough to standing. That's why in order to make a stability, we have to have this kind of structures. That's called the shelf X. But this is not anymore just a structure to be stable. It's more kind of the product, book is kind of leaning like this. So it means the product sometimes telling you the meaning, and even this function is only from the reason making a stability, but it can be happen some other function, some other emotional meaning. This is the other couch. This is quite a big bed, but this is an empty place here. But we sometimes afford to use as a bookshelf. So I do, as I told you, in order to make outline in the air, we really need to think about the life we already share. So shape should not be make any kind of complex. Shape can be very, very simple, because you can understand the quality of simplicity like this product for the office. So human at the center. That's why objects should not be too exposed, outstanding. So that's why I always trying to be very, very simple. This is just a very simple cookware for the alessi, but it's a very subtle edges here for catching the fingers. And just complete the teapot from alessi too. But it's forms from the fire to following this surface. So, but it's a pot have to be pot. Pot, nothing really other things. Ultimately light as well. It's very, very simple LED for the task light. Just the two round disc. So the object should be interactive. This is the light for the rooms for ambient light. This is a small light for the ceiling, also bounds for the desk as a task light from the Velux, the Swiss company. So this technology changed. The form of the product has been changed too. But as you know, it's my product. It's very, very simple, but it's quite iconic. So because I always focus your mind and not just the things I want to make it. I'm not the person who is the artist to be describing my product. It's more I'm even rather more interesting to read your mind, or you read your body as a kind of animal to behave same way with other people's. So then make outlines so fit into the environment we already share with. So that's why everyone say, hey, your product look like I have seen somewhere your product, but unfortunately not, because my product already in your mind, but you have not seen it yet. So. So I think that's a very, very interesting way of doing it. Simplicity is not just easy, but so now you understand how you feel, how you get those kind of things. I think I'm not really spend time to develop my ideas, because I observe every day for your life. So as you understand, the chair looks like a chair, light looks like a light. So, and the clock looks like a clock in your computer, because this is from the graphic design into the product design. You know, from 2D to 3D. This is a marble, massive legs. We call the poodle. Look like a poodle. And a friend of me, the Constantine Gritis, say, how can I make some other names of the bigger poodle? And I said, the poodle grand poodle is good. But he said, no, that's king poodle is better. So this is called the king poodle. I show you very, very small things. The Vitra desk. So I want to show you something. This is one of the interesting craftsmanship wooden chairs we call the Hiroshima. And most 99% by machine. And just the very last touching by human hand. So, but it's well done and so very well. So this is the Japanese product and quite famous for outside Japan right now. Lighting. Kitchens. And the nail for the coat hangers, very expensive. Toilet. This is the concrete, that's concrete. Mobile phones. So this, when you go home, then take your watch out or jewelry out to be put into the tray, then switch on. That's why the location of the switch have to be here. That's a design dissolving in behavior. If switch is on the cable, it's never happened like that. So this is very, very important, the interface, interaction design. Just one bread for the toasters. Why not two? And I said, why not one? Because you be just be alone. You know? I made this all same color clock, but just a gray. But I made a black one, but I cannot see because it's too black. Sometimes mistake. This is a fashion for the Spanish company, Miyake. This is called a 12, just a 12 angles glass. And this is the day-date function in it. This is the day and date. And I found after I complete these ideas, every Friday, the face is very sad. So Lamy pen, that's nice. So good design capable of the objective sketches. So we have to always be the objective stance, not always be subjective. The Matisse want to always be objective to draw it. So in order to make me to draw outline of the things in the air environment, we have to be a little bit step back to be harmonized, matching, surround the object to be making a harmony. So that's the kind of things I wanted to tell you today. Thank you very much.